Hi, welcome to my painting. So today we will be talking about cool colors. I made this painting in January and it was really cold and the apples were really red, absolutely red, and they were cold. So I decided not to use any warm colors. For this I have used crimson, which can be used along with warm reds, but used purely it can really come forward. I used rose madder, I used magenta permanent, and violet, ultramarine, Prussian blue, titanium white, and a very cool yellow which is called Naples yellow. So in this painting I have used absolutely no warm colors. So I'll be showing you just a bit of the way I painted the apples. So I used ultramarine for my apples. Right. Now I'm using magenta permanent for the darks. This is oil painting. So generally we start oil painting with the darkest parts. It's just a sketch to show you how to use cool colors. Now the light is coming from this direction, so we have to keep some parts light and some parts medium and then dark. I'm just trying to make this apple once again without the real apple. So these I made from I set up a still life of real apples and I made these from that. So I'm trying to do this all over again for you. Now I'm applying carmine, which is my brightest red, this one. So I will be applying it here. Well, I would have applied a thicker paint, but since it's just a demo, I'm not choosing very thick paints. A bit of this red here, and right now it looks like a blob basically, but you will see it will come out as a beautiful apple. Now with ultramarine I'm going to bring out the shape of the apple as clear as possible. Here. As it goes back, it narrows down, and as it comes forward, it gets broader. And put some dots here. I'll try my best, my very best, not to use any warm colors. That's for sure. I'm switching over to Prussian blue, which is the darkest blue, although it's kind of a warm blue, but it's not really, it's still blue. So I'm going to just define the shape of the apple and create shadows here. like so. I usually mix work, shadows and lights together. So I'm mixing Naples yellow with white. With my brush already holds some blue. So with Naples yellow, your color doesn't go green, and it's cool, really cool. And here I'm applying again Naples yellow and white, some more, and here as well. Okay, I'm taking violet to paint the darkest part of the apple. I don't want to outline it right now. I just want to bring out the form of the apple. It's very important to bring out the form first, because even it should show even without the outline. Just a little bit of violet here, and then some more violet here. Remember, the rule is light against dark, so we have to keep that in mind when we're painting. I'm still using violet. It's still on my brush. As you can see, it's coming out now. The apple is coming out. It's taking shape. Here I will use violet. Now I'm going to mix violet with titanium white, just to add a bit of magenta in it. Yes, like so. More violet, more white, and then I would like to separate the apple from the drapery. I'm not going to paint the entire drapery because that will take a long time. This painting took a long time, almost a week or so. So since you don't have that much time, it's just a demo on how to paint in just cool, how to paint with cool reds. Generally, we know about cadmium red and we know about carmine, but there are deeper reds and cooler reds as well. So now I'm just using this. I'm just using very little color, although this is oil painting. I'm using oils, but using very little color because I just want to do it quickly for you. And then it goes like so. You see, without an outline, I'm trying to bring out the apple. Almost trying to do it in 3D. I hope I'm able to do that. It took me, well, on the painting it took some time, but since I have practiced now, I can do it, I'm sure. Now, following the rule of light against dark, since this is light, this part needs to be much darker. So I'm going to use magenta permanent here, and it gives such a nice, delicious cool blue apple feel. Really lovely. Apples are beautiful in winter, even in summer, but these were really red, cool red. So I'm just going to bring this down and bring this up there and here, just to give it a cut. Sorry, I've been calling it carmine, it's crimson. There's a slight difference between carmine and crimson. So I will just start working in the front. You see, it's jumping forward, it's coming forward. This part of the apple is coming forward, like so. So I'm going to give a touch of this color here as well, and afterwards I'll diffuse it with magenta permanent. Now I'm going to mix crimson with titanium white. I'll do it here. Crimson with titanium white. But as you mix white, the object goes further back, so I will later on add Naples yellow. I will add a little bit here. See, by adding white, it's going back, because white takes your eye back. I'm using some Naples yellow, which I'm going to apply on this part here, here, then go back a bit. Looks a bit of a mess right now, but it will come out beautifully. As you know, oil paints take time to dry. I'm taking magenta permanent. I'm going to work the dark areas, just like so. When I was doing my other painting, the original one, I had to wait for some time for the paints to dry, and that's why it took some time. Again, I'll take more magenta and just add it here, like so. More magenta, just add it here. The rule of light against dark is very, very important. That's the key to bringing out your objects or your whatever you're painting, to give them that look of as if they're coming out of the canvas. Add some magenta here. Now, if I use ultramarine, it will go back, and magenta is already, although it's a red, cool red, it will still come out. Ultramarine will not diffuse it. I'm taking some Prussian blue. As you can see, I'm using a small brush because just for the demo. In my original painting, I have also used the palette knife. because in some places the palette knife gives a beautiful texture, which is lovely. Okay, now this part is going to be pretty dark. Reason being, the light is coming from this direction, so it's hitting this area, so it's going to be pretty dark. Now I will take some violet and add it here, right, and just wipe my brush with a rag, and I'm going to use ultramarine, and I'll bring ultramarine here. You see, it's light against dark, although these are cool colors, all of these are cool colors, but in their intensity they're all quite different. In their intensity, the blues have less intensity and reds have more intensity. So I'm just going to use ultramarine. I'm using more ultramarine, and I'm going to make a little triangulish, a shadow kind of a thing here. And then this part is dark, very dark, right? I'm sure you can hear the birds. What a lovely atmosphere to work in. So, I have not outlined my apple, and I'm going to take some titanium white, mix it with Naples yellow, and add the lights where the light is falling. So the light is falling here. It's falling this part, going right up. It's coming like this, like this. The fold of the drapery is going like so. And if you happen to put your brush in the darker color, it's okay, you can always work on it. So this is the drapery part. It's the drapery. Add some more lights here. Magenta, I'm going to add some deep red, deep cool red, very deep cool red here, just sort of get more real. I had to really be very conscious all the time that I don't use warm reds, because I had promised myself that I'm going to do this painting in cool reds. So hopefully I've been successful. Hopefully. Adding some crimson, certain areas, the front only, because I did add some crimson at the back. I will also add some crimson here, tip, so that it comes forward, and just a touch of crimson here. Okay, need to put some magenta here, then my apple doesn't disappear, you know, like it should be sitting well in the dark background. Now I will mix some titanium white with magenta and some more magenta, and I have to show some reflection here. You see, I talked about light against dark. That's what I'm trying to show. Some reflection here. It may become a bit smudgy, but I have to show this is reflected light which the apple is catching, right? And here as well at the back, since I've mixed white, so it will automatically recede. Can we just add some light coming here? Lights and darks are absolutely crucial, or very, very important. I'll just give us slight light here as well. Right now I'm not looking at my original painting, I'm just trying to like paint. It's in front of me, but it's not like painting from real life. Remembering the rule of light against dark, I'm just adding some highlights, cool highlights here and there, so that I follow it's not a rule, but it's a fact that lights look lighter when they're against dark, and darks look darker when they're against light. Hopefully, I'm sure you will do a better job, but this was just a demo to show you how to use cool reds, because I just find that sometimes we mix cool reds and warm reds. I have a feeling that like the pomegranate sometimes has cool red, and the tomatoes, not cool red, and pomegranates have warm reds as well. But the tomato is generally cool red. So I'll just put a shade of light here. Just light striking inside. Now, I'm just going to, this part is catching a lot of light because inside where the core is, we'll add some highlight here as well. Plus I'll add some here. Since this oil painting is wet, so I have to be very, very careful that I don't smudge. I don't mix my lights with darks, because when it's wet, oil paint is very sensitive, and we have to keep that in mind. And now I'm going to use the crimson this side, going in, side. I'm taking some ultramarine, just adding it here to show the slope and the richness of the apple. Just a bit here. See how beautiful it looks just by using cool reds, I believe. Okay. I'm adding some rose madder here, which is a very, very cool red, just to make sure that this looks part of the apple. Over here, just a bit, and so now okay, to add this little stem with a little, like this, with a stroke. It's going to be darker at the top, like so. It's a bit too fat, so I have to make sure it doesn't. Right. I'm going to just add some rose madder and a bit of magenta. This part, just brighter. And maybe a bit here, some here. Take some Naples yellow and add just some bright light shining on the way apple shines. So just a bit here and a little bit inside. Bring this. Then I will add more rose madder. Take it in. This is the apple which I painted before, and this is the one, the demo one. I'm sure you can do a better job, but over here I had to wait for some colors to dry before I painted some other colors on it. I have used palette knife here, 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 as well as here. So it's all about cool colors. Thank you for watching. Next time maybe we'll do warm reds. Okay, bye bye. Take care of yourselves. Have a good time.